indicted former FBI Director James Comey for a second time. Justice correspondent David Spunt's got the story. He's here in Washington. Hey, David, they're going to go at it again.
John, they were going at it again, not even a year after they went at it after the first time. We're told this via several law enforcement sources. We're told this is related to an Instagram post from the former FBI director last year when he posted on the beach. You may remember there was a formation of shells that said 8647 that were in that pairing of 8647. And he said something along the lines of, "Isn't this a curious formation that I just found while walking on the beach?" Well, critics to that post immediately pointed out that 86, at least in the restaurant world, means to get rid of or to kill something from a menu, 47 meaning the 47th president of the United States. So Comey did speak with the Secret Service, did speak with federal investigators at the time. He was interviewed last spring or early last summer, shortly after that happened. No charges were ever filed, but now it appears that he has been indicted today. We're working to learn more about the indictment. We're waiting to see if officials have anything to say on this. That is the post that you see right there, "Cool shell formation on my beach walk," from former Director James Comey. Now, you also remember that he was indicted last year as well for allegedly lying to Congress in some testimony that he gave. That was actually thrown out by a judge. A neutral third-party judge had to get involved and ruled that Lindsay Halligan, the Trump-appointed interim U.S. attorney in the Eastern District of Virginia, could not lawfully serve, was not. But it appears that DOJ has gone back for a second crack. It appears that, and they have gotten an indictment. And this comes under the leadership of Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche, who's been on the job in that position since former Attorney General Pam Bondi was fired several weeks ago. So certainly an update that maybe we weren't expecting today, but the former FBI Director James Comey indicted for a second time. This has been this is related, I should say, to that shell formation 8647. And I will just end on this before if you have any questions. This is done by a jury of his peers, a grand jury of his peers, that they believe they had enough evidence to go forward with an indictment, which I think is an important point.
All right, so we haven't seen the indictment yet. 86 is a widely used phrase to get rid of something. It's sometimes interpreted as to off somebody, 86, that person. So, I mean, what are we looking at here? Potential charge of making threats against the president?
It's potential that's what we may see. And, I'd be remiss if I didn't say that this comes at a time when the president and first lady are calling for the firing of Jimmy Kimmel for the rhetoric. We saw what happened. John, you and I were at the White House Correspondents' Dinner on Saturday night, and luckily nobody turned out to get seriously injured there. We're all thankful for that. So this comes at a time where the rhetoric, the administration believes the rhetoric against the president is just completely unnecessary. And while this is something that happened almost a year ago, it shows the Justice Department is not by any means forgetting that the former FBI director did this. I think the former FBI director might be a little surprised by this, given the fact that he had a rather non-confrontational interview. John,
David, you mentioned that this is one of the first big indictments to come now under the acting Attorney General Todd Blanche. He's only been at the helm of DOJ a few weeks. How much of a hand did he have in this investigation and moving forward with the indictments as opposed to former Attorney General Pam Bondi?
Yeah, well, Todd Blanche is running the show right now, no question. I mean, he was the Deputy Attorney General running the day-to-day of the Justice Department, even when Pam Bondi was the Attorney General. And certainly Pam Bondi, when she was Attorney General, had the ultimate say over everything inside the department. But Blanche, someone who was running the day-to-day of the department as the deputy, as you see, Jillian, when you cover the State Department and really any other department, government agency in Washington, it's the deputy that runs the day-to-day. So he had that experience for a year to do that. Now he is essentially holding both jobs, the office of the Deputy Attorney General. He's the Deputy Attorney General and the Acting Attorney General. So he is absolutely making all the decisions here. While it may have been an investigation in another district, or it may have been an investigation where another grand jury may have indicted him, Todd Blanche has the final say, no question.
So our legal editor, Carrier Bond, sends this message out to us. She says, while we don't have the indictment yet, I'm wondering if they might bring the charge under 18 U.S.C. subsection 871, which makes it a federal crime to knowingly and willfully mail or make any threat to kill, kidnap, or inflict bodily harm upon the president, vice president, or their successors. Violations are felonies punishable by up to 5 years in prison, $250,000 in fines, with cases investigated by the Secret Service.
Correct. Yeah, he's going to have to get a lawyer to make that case. And when that happened, I remember last year, that shell formation, it really riled a lot of people in the White House, given what happened at Butler, given what could have happened at the Trump golf course near his property at Mar-a-Lago with Ryan Ruth, who's now spending the rest of his life behind bars. And then given what happened at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, the Justice Department clearly, under the leadership of Todd Blanche, did not want to take any other chances and wants to show that this is serious business here, guys.
All right, David, thanks for jumping in with that. Stay close.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.
James Comey indicted. A grand jury has indicted former FBI Director James Comey for alleged threats to harm President Trump. White House security probe. A Fox News host was caught on a hot mic questioning security arrangements just minutes before the attempted assassination attempt at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Trump versus Kimmel. President Trump and the First Lady are calling on ABC to fire Jimmy Kimmel following controversial jokes made shortly before the shooting.